Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
What is your greatest strength?
I think I am very good at planning. I manage my time well so that I can always get things done on time.
What is your weakness?
I always give each job my best efforts, so when others are not pulling their weight, I am frustrated.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
I got the Scientific Research Prize from the Gansu government for my achievements in the Northwest Regional Economy Development Research Project.
Can you work under pressure?
Working under pressure is exciting and challenging. I don't mind. In fact, I am very efficient when certain pressure is exerted on the work.
What are the problems you have encountered in your job and how do you solve them?
There was a time when both the clerical assistant and the secretary resigned at the same time. I then had to handle their work temporarily. The workload was incredibly heavy. So I started to set priorities for the jobs and hired part-time staff to handle routine work. Finally, I managed to keep the operations smooth until we found someone to fill the vacancy.
How do you deal with those who you think are difficult to work with?
I stick to my principles and keep to the rules. Sometimes, they just lack enthusiasm and I get them involved with something constructive. Some of them change their attitude later.
What's wrong?
There's no power.
Have you checked the fuse box?
Yes, the fuse had blown and I've changed it, but now the motor keeps cutting out.
There might be a loose connection somewhere that's making the safety switch trip. Check the settings on the trip switch. If you can't fix it yourself, call in an electrician. Hello, the International Hotel. May I help you?
Yes, I'd like to make a reservation for 8 tonight.
What time would you like your table?
At 7:30 p.m. And I would like to sit in the non-smoking area.
Would you like to sit in the hall or in the private room?
The private room, please.
Wait for a moment, please. Let me check whether the private room is available or not. No problem.
It will be for business dinner. Reserve it under the name of Nova, the manager of fashion clothes company.
Okay, a reservation for 8 at 7:30, room 208. Please don't be more than half hour late, or we will have to give it to other guests. Where is the boss? I need him to sign a few documents. I checked in his office, but he is not there. Is he out of the office now?
Yes, today is Tuesday, so the boss went off to his MBA seminar class. He is out of the office every Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and he has classes all day Saturday and Sunday.
What's he studying?
He is finishing up a special continue education program for executives. He can continue working, taking a few of classes here and there, and in 2 years he will complete his MBA.
Sounds like a tiring schedule. He's probably got a lot of homework too, eh?
The classes have him out of the office, so that is stressful for him. But as far as homework goes, it is a breeze for him.
Why is that?
He just has his secretary do his homework for him.
How would you describe your ideal job?
I think the job should make use of the professional experience I have obtained, and offer me opportunity for advancement.
Why do you think you might like to work for our company?
I feel my background and experience are a good fit for this position and I am very interested. What's more, your company is outstanding in this field.
What makes you think you would be a success in this position?
My graduate school training combined with my experience as an intern should qualify me for this particular job. I am sure I will be successful.
How do you know about this company?
Your company is very reputed in this city. I heard much praise to your company.
How much are you asking for this?
I'm offering them to you at 150 yuan apiece. Is that all right?
Is tax already included in their price?
Yes. Our price can't be matched.
Would you consider a volume discount?
If you buy 1,000 or more, you'll get a 10% discount.
I'll accept your offer.
Hi, Helen. How is it going?
I'm very busy these days. It seems I can never finish my work.
Well, take it easy. Don't let it get on top of you.
I'll try. I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
Why don't you take a few days off?
I can't. I am really behind of my work.
Hi, Dan. What's new?
Where have you been? I've been trying to get in touch with you for 2 days.
I went to Salt Lake City on business. What's up?
I got fired.
How come? Last time I saw you, you told me it was a good job, and you'd like to take it as a career. That was only 1 month ago. Why this sudden change?
It's a long story. In a word, I didn't do a good job of it. I messed up a business deal, a deal that would have made $10 million, and I messed it up.
What are you going to do now?
I am trying to find a job ASAP. Lily doesn't know yet. I didn't tell her. I spent the past 3 days at the coffee shop next to your office, and she thought I went to work as usual.
That's not the way to solve the problem. Did you look in the classified advertisements column?
Yes, I did, but I wasn't qualified for most of the jobs that I was interested in.
Listen, I will see what I can do, okay? You go home and tell Lily about this problem you have now. She is your wife and I am sure she will understand.
I just don't know how to bring it up. Well, all right. She has the right to know anyways. Could you explain the paper-making process to us, in very simple terms, please?
Well, the pulp falls from a box onto the first part of the paper machine, which is basically a wire bed with large holes in it, where most of the water is extracted.
So, is it actually paper at this stage?
Yes, it is. But we need to take out more water. So it then passes through a series of rollers, where more water is squeezed out. After that it goes through the dryers, which are at a very high temperature. The paper is then coated. And finally it's wound onto reels and cut down into smaller lengths.
Strange-looking handle on that coffee mug, isn't it?
We submitted 2 designs to our buyers, this one and one with the mug indented to form a grip. They chose this one.
What's the advantage? Price, I suppose.
No, this type cleans better. No crevices between the body and handle joint.
What deliveries are you quoting nowadays on orders such as ours?
We can make shipment within 1 month from receipt of order.
You don't do much in porcelain tiles and ornaments, do you?
We do a fair amount in tiles and in insulators for electrical appliances. But kitchenware and tableware are our main lines.
I see. Well, keep up the good work. See you later.
Jane, the meeting is scheduled from 1 o'clock this afternoon. Have you made the necessary arrangements?
Yes, Mr. Miller. We'll use the conference room on the third floor for the meeting.
That's right. The meeting is very important. Where shall the guests be received before the meeting begins?
In the dining room. It's spacious there.
We'll have several foreign guests to attend the meeting.
I've arranged for an interpreter to be present. But it is said these foreigners could speak English.
Really? I'll also try to speak slowly. How would you arrange the guests' seats, Jane?
We've prepared name cards to be put on the conference table for guests to sit by. What time would you like refreshments served, Mr. Miller?
Well, after my report, there will be an interval for rest and refreshments.
All right, I see.
How do I submit an expense report?
You need all your receipts for reimbursement.
You mean I have to attach the receipts with the expense report?
Yes, here is the form for an expense report. Fill it out and give it to me. I'll get it signed for you.
Tom, hi, this is Mary with Gold Star Mortgage.
Yes, Mary?
We'd like you to come to work for us.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I just accepted another offer which I feel is better suited to my needs.
I see.
I really appreciate the offer, but I must decline it.
Please call us if you change your mind.
I will. Good luck.
Morning, Mary? It's John Kramer calling. You remember you handled my tax forms for me?
Of course, Mr. Kramer. How are things going these days?
Better than ever. You won't have to worry about finding extra money for me anymore. We made nearly $250,000 in profit last year.
Congratulations. I'm really glad to hear it. That should make balancing the books a lot easier. Did you pack this bag yourself? Has it been out of your possession at any time before checking in?
Yes, I packed it myself, and it hasn't been out of my possession.
Are you bringing in any plants or animal products?
No.
Our sniffer dog seems to disagree. Do you mind if we look in your suitcase?
Not at all. Go right ahead.
What's this, sir?
It's traditional Chinese medicine. I mix it with hot water like tea. Sorry, I forgot about it.
What are these red things, sir?
Oh no, I forgot about those too. Those are Chinese sausages for my Aunt Lily.
I'm sorry, sir, but you can't take any of this into the country. We will also have to check your carry-on. Please step this way. Don't be nervous. We'll just look through it briefly and then.
Could you help me figure out how to look for a job?
We have lots of options. What type of job do you need?
I want to work in an office.
Do you want to work part-time or full-time?
I want to work full-time.
We have binders with local job listings, or you can make use of the computers. Okay?
I am confused a bit, but I am sure that I can figure it out.
If you make an appointment with a job counselor, they can also provide you with a lot of information. Do you want to see a counselor?
No, I don't think I need to do that.
Well, you know that this job center is here for your use, so help yourself. Good luck.
Are you an outgoing person, or more reserved?
I wouldn't call myself outgoing. I used to be very shy when I was little, and it seems that I get a little more relaxed around people year after year, and have more fun in groups.
Are you more of a follower or a leader?
I don't try to get in front of people and lead them, particularly. I'd rather cooperate with everybody else, and get the job done by working together.
What basic principles do you apply to your life?
Not to put off till tomorrow what you can do today. I've found out that time and money get away very easily. You think you have them, and they're gone. Putting things off just makes it worse later. So even if it's hard at the time, I try to get things done that day and not let them go.
Hello? Is this the maintenance department?
Yeah, that's right. What can I do for you?
We're having a lot of trouble with our printer. Could you come and take a look at it sometime this afternoon?
Let me see. Yeah, all right. I'll be over about 2. Okay. I just want to brief you all on the travel market in Taiwan. To start with, generally speaking, the travel industry in Taiwan focuses mainly on tours. This segment of the industry is well developed.
Sorry to interrupt, Doris, but can you tell me more about these tour groups, what kind of things they enjoy, and so on?
Yes, of course. Most of the time, when they travel, they prefer to do so in large groups accompanied by a guide, who usually takes care of everything, for instance, choosing the restaurants, the itinerary, the mode of transport, and things like that. Another thing is that most travelers to the UK tend to be middle-aged, around 40 to 50 or so. This age group is less adventurous. They like good hotels, and have money to spend. They kind of prefer to stay in the cities where they feel safer. They are not into mountain climbing in Wales or anything.
I don't mean to interrupt, but can you tell me what plans you have for growing the youth market?
Just a moment. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Where was I? Oh yes. By way of illustration, let's look at the top 5 destinations in the UK for this kind of traveler over the last 5 years. If you look at page 10, you can see what I mean. In spite of these characteristics of the market, I still think there is room for growth in the youth sector.
So how do you intend to do that?
Okay, let me tell you what we've been doing. We've been in touch with the Wales and Scottish tourist development offices here in Taiwan, and they're interested in working with us to promote their regions to the youth segment. We've decided to implement an advertising campaign focusing on the excitement of the activities in those regions.
May I interrupt you for a moment?
Go ahead.
How much is it going to cost, and who is going to pay?
Well, at the moment we are trying to work out those details. We haven't managed to come up with a concrete plan yet, but we are working on it.
I see. Okay, so what's next?
Well, our intention is to have some features about these regions in some youth magazines. We're also going to run some ads on TV and put some flyers in places where young people go, like the gym and student organizations. We're making arrangements to have some activities at big shopping malls and department stores around town.
We need to call an emergency meeting as soon as possible about this.
Okay, Let me send a memo around.
Schedule it for this afternoon, when Ken gets back.
I don't think he's back today.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead anyways. I'll fill him in. We can't lose this order under any circumstances.
I know. It's a big one.
Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.